I told Billy I went to the Walmart the other day.
The Walmart.
And I bought. Mary said, "Hey, can you buy some beer?" And I said, "Sure."
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought I'd buy some Hot Wheels cars for the girls.
Yeah, no, you told me this.
Did I tell you that? Okay.
At Monday Night Football, you told me.
Okay.
And I was like, you got them for yourself. Don't pretend like you got Hot Wheels.
Enjoy your cars. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, I think that was thrown in there too. But continue, because nobody else has heard it.
Okay, so I bought the... I already did the punchline.
It's done now.
No, you used the punchline too early.
Should we re-record?
Start over.
Sometimes... you really make me just... See my hands? Look at my hands right now. See them shaking?
Yes.
It's your fucking neck in my hands.
I love you too, Dennis. No one else knew the punchline.
Okay, listen.
I just said you had already told me.
Let me tell you.
And
You tell the punchline.
No, listen, let me tell you.
Linda, listen, Linda.
I went to Walmart.
Okay.
He's
going to tell us the story again.
I bought beer.
Uh-huh.
And I bought Hot Wheels for the girls.
Yeah.
For the girls.
Yeah. I mean, they're not for me, per se. Yeah, I play with them when they're asleep. Let's not get into that. So I'm leaving. The guy's checking my receipt. He says, "Enjoy your cars. Don't drink and drive." And I turned around and I was like, "You motherfucker!"
You dad joked me
because
so bad.
And you smiled at him too, dude.
I did.
You went into Walmart. You got beer and Hot Wheels, and on your way out, you were like, "That motherfucker! I wish I had thought of that."
Yeah, it's true.
There's a hint of jealousy there that you didn't think of it first.
I think we need him in the podcast.
My favorite is the meme where the guy's like, "Yeah, I was walking into the grocery store, and some older gentleman was coming out with his cart, and he only had a couple things in it, so he grabbed all his stuff and he patted it. He patted the cart and goes, 'I left a little gas in it for you.'" You motherfucker! God damn it!
Because you know very well that he farted in the cart.
That takes some skill. Does that mean you're empty?
You heard that, Chess?
You want to feed me a little bit?
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
I'm going to put a nipple on that thing.
Billy, is there anything I can get for you? Doritos, beer?
You know what? I am running low, so yeah, I'll take a beer.
Those Doritos are like 4 months old.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm good without Doritos. I'm fine without that.
Yeah, they're fine, but if they were 5 months old.
You know, by the time the guy gets here with the ice and beers, the beer will be gone.
I'm sorry, the ice and beer and
I'm sorry, and Hot Pockets.
Yeah, we're like stoned college kids.
So yeah, the beer's gonna be gone, but there's more beer and ice.
Valid point.
The point is to make sure that this beer is gone when that guy shows up, or low. Let's just say low.
We've got an hour and a half.
I like the way you're thinking.
I like the cut of your jib. I've always hated that.
It sounds like you're talking about somebody's dick. I beat my dick like it owes me money.
Oh, we're doing something?
Oh, sorry. Are we starting the show?
Will we start the show?
I don't know.
All right. What do you guys want to talk about? Would you like to talk about?
Could we talk about anything besides dicks? That'd be great.
Okay. This subject is out then.
It fucking takes too long.
We're saving fucking hard drive space. Record everything.
Are you guys together?
We're all together. Wink, wink. I'm the problem. Wait, is this a full-size grown bear?
We got a jackass right here.
So you're trying to cover up some shit. 1776. Get in the fucking car. So she gets in the car.
Well, nobody should come while they're recording this.
Welcome to the show.
Hot sauce. Some like it stupid.
A real dickhole.
Welcome to Hot Sauce. I'm your host, Cactus. We have Jesus here, and we have Philly. And today, we're going to talk about coconuts. The real problem with society.
Yeah. The real menace, too.
This is Hot Sauce. It's a podcast about infectious diseases.
That's not right at all.
I don't know where you're going with this.
It's technically not wrong, but it's not specifically about infectious diseases.
It's about infectious people.
It's about how laughter is infectious.
And and the fucked up things that they did.
Who did?
They did.
Who's they?
You're gonna find out.
I'm so excited.
All right, keep your boner in your pants.
Well, good thing I wear my boner pants.
Okay, so when he says wear your boner pants, I wear my boner pants.
If I can touch on that,
Yes, you can.
Pizza Hut. What the fuck, man? Kill
Sponsorship.
us every time. You take too long. And
You know, and then we ordered Domino's, and it was here real quick, and it was real hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that guy kept it on his lap the whole time.
You probably sat on it a little bit.
and it wasn't
He used it to see over the steering wheel.
and it wasn't weird. Like it wasn't a delivery person that wanted to be in the podcast.
Oh no, that guy was super weird. Like, hey guys, you podcasting again?
Yeah,
Can I join?
He figured us out.
Oh, don't forget to mention your local Pizza Hut.
He did say that.
He did.
I believe he did. I 100%
Oh, he totally
believe he
did.
And it would have been really funny if he sat down and he was like, "Hey, so here's a funny story," and then we're like, "Did I not tip you enough?"
So I will say this about Domino's: I do get a driver every once in a while that is mad. He's like fucking pissed. He drops off the pizza and he's like, "Motherfucker."
Is he old? Because I feel like it'd be the older ones.
Bill, he's probably like 40 or something.
Bill Burr, I was listening to something, a podcast he was on like it was just a few days ago. It was like end of last week. And he was like, yeah, I went to a coffee shop and this fucking kid is like, he's pissed off. And he's like taking it out on me a little bit. And I was like, I didn't come to your house. I came to your fucking coffee shop. Just like, yeah, you're at work. You're a 20-year-old kid. You think you need to be a CEO of something, but this is the job. You qualified for nothing. Like,
God, this
is
resonates
Work
way
your
too
way
much to
up.
home right now.
Yeah. So that really hit home. I was like, yeah, I've been pissed off at work a few times, and I may have taken it out on somebody, like a customer, a little bit. But he was like, yeah, I came here, I gave you money, what do you want me to do? You're the closest to the machine to get me coffee. Like, what do you want? I thought that was really funny.
I think Bill Burr is hilarious.
Bill Baggins.
Bill Burr, he's a really funny guy.
Oh,
F is for Family. I love that show.
Third season comes out pretty soon.
Ooh,
About time.
I got Mary hooked on it because the dad was out by the back of the car, and the mom was doing like one of her Tupperware parties. No, he was sorry, I misspoke. He was helping her bring the Tupperware back to the car, and she was outside smoking.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid comes up to her and asks her a question. She takes her lit cigarette, says "fuck off," and flicks the cigarette in the kid's face. This is where my wife rolled in, and she's like, "I like this show. We have children." I just want to throw that out there.
Just wanted to make sure everyone knew. She knows the depth of being a mother, and she flicked a cigarette into somebody's face. And
she enjoyed it.
His wife goes, yeah, I like this. I wish I could do that more often.
I feel like
I might pick up smoking just so I can do that.
Yes.
All right, so
shit.
We've got a couple things to talk about. We do have a couple topics we want to cover. One is a dude that we're going to talk about, a German dude around World War II, which is very popular with us right now, and that's my fault because I'm on a kick.
Yeah, you are.
I'm on a World War II kick.
You're on a German World War II kick.
And you're Italian.
They were the Axis forces. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I know. It's a very dark.
No, I was telling Philly because he looked at you puzzled.
He looked at me with a little bit of judgment.
Yeah, fair to say.
You motherfucker.
Beat me.
So, I love you.
So I've got a couple topics. One is a not as cool of a spy as Agent Garbo because there's nobody who tops him.
He's the spy.
He is the spy. But
I mean, I think in some ways, I think he's even cooler than like James Bond because he didn't actually have to do anything.
Yeah, he's a little different.
He just made all the money and just
he didn't have to be on screen.
He didn't have to do nothing.
He was like
he just sat at home, maybe with a cigar and maybe a beer, and just said, Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll have my fake people do my shit for me.
imagine what he was doing during that time, where he's like, really haven't reported anything recently. Oh yeah, one of my guys died.
Might as well just fake a death.
Fuck it. No, so this guy's a little different. And then if we have time, I would like to talk about something else that's a little bit more modern. But if you guys are ready, we can talk about Home Slice over here. I see the prickly pear over there has given me...
I would love to tap the Rockies right now.
Can I get that empty one over there?
I just tapped your Rocky.
Oh, okay. So
the Rocky. You don't remember that? Tap
No.
the Rockies. No?
Nope, I got nothing.
I think that's the We Are the Monkey.
That sounded very, very much like the We Are the Monkeys.
Hey, tap the Rockies. Okay, so
You gave me a fucking can.
He did.
that's it. That's all that's
What
left.
kind of asshole? Well, now I'm spoiled because I've been drinking out of bottles. So
They are slightly more dick-shaped.
yes, they are. You know what? I've been meaning to talk about that.
About dicks?
Billy, he goes all the way from the top of the bottle down to where it gets real wide. He kind of just deep throats.
He goes past the neck.
Yeah, he goes way past the neck. And I would.
Wait, you're not supposed to?
It's a real interesting drinking
Yeah.
style, is what he's trying to get
Well,
to.
when they say take it to the head, I mean, that's what I thought they meant
What?
by... What?
Are you you're cradling the balls too? I think.
You gotta,
Yeah,
you gotta tickle them.
Little slap and pickle.
I think James is starting to get a little uneasy right now.
I think you just made him itch.
I am a little itchy right now. Got any more of those peanut butter and crack sandwiches?
Y'all guys got any more of that weekend?
Okay, so I'm gonna jump into our homie here.
And who was our homie?
Don't call him our homie, because I have a feeling he's gonna be a real piece of shit. And you're gonna call him our homie?
Tap the brakes.
Okay, but we know you're Steelo right now, and they've been real shitheads.
The ones that you guys have not heard at home. There
No.
have been ones that we recorded where
They have not been friendly guys.
So-
They've been like motherfuckers that kill people,
Hey,
steal money and shit.
we had one great guy.
Okay. No,
one,
I agree.
One real bad guy.
so far that's been aired, yes.
So, I mean, the track record is it's 1-1.
As far as they know, yeah.
We're
I'm gonna
batting
give you-
500.
I'll give you the. Don't say 500.
We're at 500.
No.
Unlike the Browns, we are at 500.
No.
We, as a podcast, we're batting 500 right now. We're exactly 50-50
Okay. All
on
right.
good
Fine.
versus bad.
All right, cool.
So let's
Yeah.
talk about this guy, George
I don't like
John Dash.
Oh,
Okay.
Dash.
Born February 7th.
Is he a
Nice.
runner? Let me just.
No, that would be fun.
It would. Yeah.
It would be another Usain Bolt type thing.
What a perfect name for him too.
So he was born February 7th, 1903 in Speyer, Germany. Any comments? Anybody? Huh?
I mean, is that
Huh?
like where they
Huh?
found
No,
like,
not
spaying
dogs.
animals?
No, it's not a dog thing. He had wanted to be a priest, and at 13 he entered a Roman Catholic
Okay,
seminary.
I gotta just tell you right now, go fuck yourself. This is gonna be a bad guy.
wait. Before we get to the bad guy thing, I'm very concerned that this child wanted to be a priest.
Yeah,
What child wants to be a priest?
if you want to be a priest in like 2010, red flag. If you want to be a
I'm
priest,
throwing flags now.
if you want to be a
There's a
priest,
flag thrown.
if you
It's
want,
not like just peppered onto the field. I'm throwing it at you right now.
if
This
you want,
is bad news.
if you want to be a priest in 1916, yeah, it's a little more innocent. But
Okay.
No.
100 years after, yeah, you got some shady shit in your past. Okay, so at 13, he entered a Roman Catholic seminary. A year later, he would be expelled.
Then why am I not surprised? What did you do?
We've hit the ground running.
I told you it was gonna be bad.
At 14, he enlisted in the Imperial German Army.
Why wouldn't he?
He lied about his age to get in because he was only 14. He served in Belgium during the final months of World War I.
Wait, they took him? He was 14.
Yeah.
But he lied, quote unquote, about his age.
Okay, so the Catholic Church figured out he was lying, but the military not so much. We got a problem there.
No, he didn't get expelled for his age.
He just
from the Catholic Church.
Just got expelled.
He didn't get kicked out of seminary school for being too young.
Oh, I thought you said it because you lied about his age.
I think they prefer youngins.
That's what I mean.
So he served during the final months of World War I. In 1923, he would stow away and enter the U.S. through a port in Philadelphia, and then from there he went on to New York. He bounced around for 4-ish years working different restaurant jobs as a waiter. In 1927, he enlisted in the U.S. Army Air Corps.
Okay.
Where he would be stationed in Honolulu, not a bad place.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
With the 5th Composite Group, Newton Field, and served with the 72nd Bombardment Squadron. So
Okay.
he was a corpsman. He was an air guy.
Okay.
A year later,
here it comes. Here it comes.
he would purchase his way out of the army, receiving an honorable discharge.
Okay.
Which means he
Let me stop you
bribed
right
somebody.
there.
This
So,
is his downward slope.
This is the making of a bad guy already.
Chaz has very big trust issues with you right now.
Listen, I think you're jumping the gun.
Okay.
Just let the story unfold. So after he gets his honorable discharge, he then went to San Francisco to work as a waiter, and he bounced from San Francisco to Sacramento to Los Angeles, and then finally he went back to New York. In 1930, he married an American citizen, Rose Marie, I think it's Guile? It's
from Street Fighter?
It's spelled that way.
So we can
maybe
go with
it's
Guile.
Yeah, we'll go Guile.
And E Honda was at their wedding as well, right?
And she had a long flat top.
Yeah, she
Elsie was there officiating.
Her long arms.
Later she would be played by
Suddenly.
I want to see the making of this movie.
later she was played by Van Johnson.
Who?
Jean-Claude Van Johnson?
Oh, okay.
Okay, alright. 1933 he became a naturalized citizen, which means he was in the country long enough where he could declare citizenship. In 1941, there's no mention of his wife, but he returned to Germany.
He killed her, didn't he?
I don't think so. So
Actually, this guy doesn't sound so bad so far.
But so did Gaddafi at first.
Okay. Fair point.
Okay, so 1941 he returns to Germany. The second part of the story is about Operation Pastorius.
Which, as we all know, is the operation of which pasteurizing the fields.
Wait, I thought
You're
that was
horrible.
the guy that didn't have any legs that shot his girlfriend through the door. Is that what we're talking about?
That's the same name, but no. Okay,
He looked
so
at me like I was stupid.
No.
And then he was like, yes, that actually is the same name.
No,
And yet he looked at me like, no.
no, you're talking about the South African. You're talking about the Blade Runner. Yeah, his name was Pastorius.
That
but
was a movie.
That was no, it happened in real life. He shot
No,
his girlfriend
I've seen
while
it.
she was
Blade
in the
Runner.
bathroom.
2020 or whatever the hell fucking movie it is. You know what I'm talking about.
I hate you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's
Harrison
talking
Ford.
about the Blade Runner movie with.
No, he's talking about 2020 or something.
No, 2049. It's
That's right.
Ryan Gosling took over. So anyway, as soon as the U.S. entered World War II, Hitler shifted his sights to the West. He was quoted as saying he wanted to see New York in flames, which at that time Hitler was taking a lot of his rhetoric like right out of the American playbook. Like he believed in eugenics, he believed in ultranationalism, all sorts of crazy stuff that, believe it or not, America's kind of got a bad history with that shit.
Well, let me just say this. A wise man once said, some people just like to watch the world burn.
You're terrible. You're a terrible, terrible person. I think I have that written in this.
Is it in there?
You fucked up my flow. Okay, so though most of German high command thought the cost and effectiveness of launching any type of sabotage against the U.S. Wouldn't be worth it, Hitler turned to Walter Kappa, one of Hitler's first 100,000 original Nazis that started fall. Kappa had the idea of creating a small network of spies and saboteurs to infiltrate and disrupt the U.S. war machine.
Mm-hmm.
Kappa would then be tasked with finding Germans willing to do so that also spoke English and had lived in the U.S. So he found Dash, and Dash was like perfect for this role. He was like,
right, 'cause he
lived in the U.S., he spoke English, all sorts of stuff.
He was like a naturalized.
So newly arrived Dash in Germany was recruited and trained for espionage activities in a German high command school on a private estate just outside Berlin.
And everyone loves Berlin.
Yeah, can I just say that I called this one from like a mile away?
Can you just hang out? Takes a turn.
It takes a turn?
Could be for the worst.
Okay, well, you
Could
already
be
mentioned
for the best.
Hitler, so
So Hitler's in here. Okay, so it was him and a bunch of other guys that wanted to be spies.
Who doesn't want to be a spy in the
agents
1940s?
would receive lengthy backstories as well as training in explosive, chemical weapons, all sorts of stuff, all sorts of spy shit. On May 26, 1942, Dash, Ernest Peter Berger, Heinrich Harm Heinck, and Richard
Career.
You know what? I'm gonna fuck this name up, but it's Richard Quirin. They left German-held France by sub from Lorient, France. On June 12th, they would arrive just off the coast of Long Island, New York. And once on shore, kind of side note to this is if they went on shore and they were found to be spies, they would be shot on the spot. So what they did was they boarded a little raft in their German uniforms, and they landed on shore, and then they took the uniforms off and buried them.
Who would shoot them?
Any fucking American that has a gun.
But they're going on shore with their uniform on, so they're gonna get shot no matter what they're doing.
No. If they had their uniforms on, they would be surrounded and captured. But if they were spotted, but if they show up and they're like, "Oh yes, hi, how are you? Oh, was ist nice." You know, if they do that shit, then they're like, "Spies, shoot them! They're fucking spies."
But he's got an American accent, right? At this point,
he can speak English.
Oh, you speak English,
but he's
not
still
good.
He's still German.
My German is terrible.
He's still German. No, he's still German-born. He lived in Germany for the first 20 some odd years of his life, so he definitely had a thick accent.
Got it.
Okay, so they landed on shore, they changed into civilian clothes, and they buried their uniforms. That morning, like way early in the morning, 4 men were spotted by the Coast Guard in a small raft. They were trying to make it to mainland New York.
That's inconspicuous. Hey guys, let's get in a raft.
Yeah, no kidding.
They're never gonna know. It's fine.
It's not like they could hail a cab. Yeah. So they were spotted by the Coast Guard. They told the officer.
Hey Jim, do you see that out in the ocean? Yeah, it's a fucking raft.
They told the officer of the.
Was that weird back then though? Because
no,
I feel like a lot of shit was rafts.
They weren't Sea Rays. Okay, so so they get busted. They get busted.
Well, rightfully so. They're showing up in a raft.
So they tell the officer of the ship that spots them, John C. Cullen, that though they were armed, that they were just fishing.
Okay. Yeah, we were just fishing.
Das ist das.
Oh, I caught a fish. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I don't know. Try it one more time. Try another one.
I got nothing on this one.
Yeah, I think
that sounded very.
I don't know.
It's not German. That's for fuck's sake.
Okay, well,
either way, these dumb fucks decided to say, no, it's fine. We just caught a couple fishes. We were just fishing.
Yeah, we're shooting them with machine guns. What's the big deal?
What's that in the back?
They had machine guns.
No, they were armed, so they probably didn't have machine guns, but they definitely had.
Yeah, we just had an RPG, and we were looking for fish.
That's how we fish. We see the fish in the water, and we shoot it. So, how do you fish?
So after they get caught, they bribed Cullen with $260, which. Think about it. It's 1942. $260 is a chunk of change. That's like $1,000. So Cullen would take the bribe, and then he immediately turned around and he alerted his superiors.
Motherfucker!
Look at these dumb fucks.
But
they thought they'd put one past us.
But he had to go. He had to go to shore and alert them that way. Like communications were a little slow on this one. So by the time they got back to where they spotted Dash and his little cohorts, they were gone.
Well, rightfully so.
Yeah,
hey guys, you
fucking
want to sit
booked
here
it.
for a couple minutes and wait for them to come back?
So the
No.
the Germans had boarded the Long Island Railroad, and they went into Manhattan, and they checked into a hotel, all cash. So nobody's gonna find them really. The Coast Guard,
don't leave a paper
police,
trail.
among other agencies that were alerted, they searched the beach and they found the uniforms, along with explosives, blasting caps, incendiary devices, all sorts of stuff.
Wait, they left it on the beach?
Yeah, they buried it. Because if they got caught with it, they would be fucked.
But they didn't
Keep it-
care
this-
to bury the guns or anything.
This is the middle of the night, so they only took what they thought they would need and get away, and then they were going to plan to come back.
Right, well.
So they didn't want to get captured with all that stuff, because then spies. And you get shot immediately.
Yeah, okay.
So FDR, that's Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and J. Edgar Hoover were informed, and a massive fucking manhunt was launched. And then, pun intended, this next part I'm going to call a dash of U.S. patriotism.
Oh, God.
Because his name is Dash. Get it?
Hey!
Gotcha, motherfucker. Okay, so
You're
knowing that
terrible
their
human being.
their shit had been found out, they kept to themselves and they did not leave the hotel room for several days unless it was absolutely necessary, unless they were
God, they must have
starving.
been hungry.
So after a couple days hiding,
I'd be
Dash
hungry.
made a deal with another agent, Ernest Peter Berger.
He sounds tasty.
He was another naturalized U.S. citizen, like Dash, and he convinced Berger to defect to the U.S. They basically said, "Fuck it, I'm not getting hung for this shit. We've been here a couple days."
The water's not working. I haven't showered.
Yeah, room service is shit.
You
Okay,
look like
so-
a ham sandwich to me now. We haven't eaten a goddamn couple days.
And I don't like any of this.
Okay, so they planned to turn themselves in, but they couldn't risk the other German agents finding out their plans. So on June 15th, this is only 3 days after they had landed, I think. 3 days. Dash told Berger to keep an eye on the other agents while he stepped out. Quotation fingers.
Hey, I'm gonna head out here for a second, but just watch those other guys. Do you mind?
That's
Is that
Pretty-
okay?
That's the classic dad thing. I'm going out to get cigarettes and then never return.
Yeah. So, fuck, that's so close to home. So
Did he go out for ice?
No, he was like, hey, yeah, I gotta go get scratchers and cigarettes. See you guys.
I'll be right back, hon. Don't worry about it.
So he went straight to a payphone on the Upper West Side, and he called the FBI.
Okay.
He asked.
Who just has their phone number handy?
I think this is the time where they had ladies on the switchboards
Oh yeah.
actually connecting you via wire. So
Just Yes. a moment. Let me talk to the FBI.
okay, so he asked to speak.
I'll switch you through.
He asked to speak to J. Edgar Hoover directly.
What? What? Okay, come on.
I'd love to speak to the president, please.
So when
That's not a thing.
when he couldn't get Hoover on the phone, he described. I mean, he laid it all out. The FBI didn't believe any of what he was saying,
Great.
Which-
Who would?
which made him a little pissed off, and he hung up.
I mean, why wouldn't you be pissed after that?
Yeah, I'd be real pissed. So
I'm telling the truth.
so after that, he goes back to the hotel. He checks in with Berger, and I just imagine the conversation being something like, "Those motherfuckers didn't believe me.
They didn't believe you?
We're gonna get hung."
What do you mean we're gonna get hung? You told me you would talk to the FBI and ask
Okay.
to speak with the president.
So 4 days later, he goes, "Hey Berger, keep an eye on these fucking Nazi fuckers."
Again?
He takes a train to DC. He checks into the Mayflower Hotel,
Oh, that doesn't get more American than that.
and in the morning, he goes straight to FBI headquarters asking to speak to Hoover again.
Jesus. Okay.
Though he was telling the truth and was completely cooperative, they would arrest him
Beat him.
and they would interrogate him for 8 days. While in custody, FBI agents searched his room at the Mayflower Hotel, and they found
Dildos.
$82,500 in cash,
Lube.
lending a little credibility to his story.
Why did he not just disappear with that money?
Fuck, I would.
That was big time money.
Oh
back then.
God,
big time.
Well, then Hitler's boys be after him then.
Yeah, well,
Would they be able to find him?
I don't know.
I don't think it sounds like a really good spy if he has all this shit found and he got caught in a raft.
We were not very well connected back then, though.
Yeah.
Like, you could just go west a little bit and then you're gone.
Yeah, he could have gone to, like, I don't know, West Virginia.
And
Take me home.
They didn't have IDs back then. He could have just been like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
my name's Herman
Yeah, they're
Munster, and
Herman Munster. No,
I'm a gravedigger. You didn't know that? Yeah, that's me.
they had ID.
I got sent here from from somewhere else besides DC. Yeah, I'm here from Canada or wherever.
Hey?
Canada.
Yeah, you just start saying hey.
After
Yeah.
everything, just hey. That's how you know you're Canadian.
That's all the
I wish we could do like a really good German accent, and then so we could just say hey.
Jimmy's just hit us with the German accent with an A at the end.
Don't put me on the spot like that. Oh, chocolates.
Hey?
I love chocolates. They are so delicious, eh? Okay.
Love it.
Okay.
That was beautiful.
All right, let's reel it back in.
Okay.
After they find his cash stash, that's what I'm going to call it from now on.
Cash stash.
Yeah, cash stash. He told them where to find the others, including Berger. And within a week, Berger and another 6 German agents were arrested.
Well, what a really shitty friend.
No. That was the plan. The plan was that Dasche and Berger were going to turn evidence against these other guys, and they were going to seek asylum from the U.S. Okay. So Berger and Dasche both continued to cooperate with the FBI.
Burger Dash.
And under the agreement that Hoover would give them immunity, if not straight up pardons.
Well, that's nice of him.
All 8 men were tried by a military commission appointed by Roosevelt on July 8th.
Okay.
So this is like less than a month after they land.
Uh-huh.
All were found guilty of sabotage and sentenced to death.
Yeah, okay, but they were pardoned, though, or they were given, like, what was it? What did you say earlier?
Asylum,
that's it, yeah.
Hoover appealed to FDR, who commuted a life term for Berger and 30 years for Dasche.
What?
Hoover didn't have the power to give them pardons.
What?
Hoover was the head of the FBI.
Yeah.
The only person that's able to pardon somebody in this situation would be FDR, the president.
But wasn't FDR involved in this?
He was involved, but he didn't make any of these deals.
Oh, that sucks.
So
That's pretty dirty.
They got fucked hard.
a little bit. So okay, so
I mean, I guess they didn't die, so...
well, no. FDR said, "I'm going to give Berger a life term, and I'm going to give Dasche 30 years."
I mean, if you think about it, they did come over here to commit espionage.
Yeah, so that's
When
a
they
pretty,
changed their mind, I mean,
Okay, yeah.
that's a decent deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so Edward John Curling, Heinrich Harm Heinck, Triple H, Richard
Triple
Quirin,
H. It was X-Pac there, too?
Richard Quirin, Werner Thiel, Hermann Otto Niebuhr, and Herbert Hans Halt, another Triple H, were all
Now there's
executed
2 of
by
them?
electric chair July 8th, 1942. Same day they were on trial.
They all died the same day.
But this was 1940. This was right around World War II.
Oh my god. So in 1948, well after the war had concluded...
Sorry, I thought we were talking about World War One, and then we started bleeding.
We've been in
in.
World
No,
War II the entire time.
He fought for the Germans in World War One, and then after that war was over by like a decade, he went to America. I see the confusion. I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so in 1948, Harry S. Truman is president, and he had Berger and Dasche released and deported back to Germany.
So they were released. They were pardoned in America.
Not necessarily pardoned.
But they were released and now being deported back to their home country to where they're going to be sorely pissed at them.
So they were released and deported, but they were not pardoned.
Okay.
Which means if they ever step foot on American soil again, they will try them for
Right.
espionage
for their crimes.
when
They're going home.
When they arrived, they were regarded as traitors. Dash, he would live to the age of 89 years old, bouncing around all of Germany because everywhere he went, somebody knew him.
Yeah.
He died in 1992. Berger died in 1975 at the age of 69.
Perfect age.
That was the punchline right there. Okay, so that's the majority of the story. The side note to the story is that
Don't, have promises made to you by someone who can't keep them.
Dash was given $100,000. And if you remember, they only found 82.5.
Oh.
So what he did was he was a big gambler, and all he wanted to do was play pinochle. So he had spent nearly $20,000 gambling on pinochle in less than a week.
Jesus.
So when they found that money, he was like, I had fun. I had a blast. Fuck you guys. So that is George John Dash and Ernest Berger. Not the worst, but not the best spies in U.S. German history.
No, they
Well, I gotta say, it was a little bit better than I expected.
weren't total pieces of shit.
Would you count that as a tie?
Yes.
So we're still at 500.
We're still bad 500.
I think so, yeah.
They're not doing too bad right
They
now.
weren't terrible.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
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 So far,
Your goosey is taller than your damn beer.
Oh, get it. He wrapped his mouth around a whole beer can.
That was impressive.
not really.
I've done bigger.
So right now, I just want to clarify. Right now, our
You ever seen a mason jar? Yeah. Okay.
Shoved up my ass.
right now our record.
I know, it has nothing to do with my mouth.
God damn it. Hey everybody, thanks for listening. If you'd like to learn more about our podcast, you can join us on our website, which is wheretocast.com, which has links to our Twitter, our Facebook, as well as our Patreon. If you want to go straight to our Patreon, it is patreon.com/hotsaucecast.com.